Well, that escalated quickly, as in one of the words of our YouTube viewers out there. We are back. That was graduation afternoon, and we are joined with Marie, who is writer and producer on this. And Rob is supposed to be with us as well, but his screen is looking a little blank. How are you doing
Uh-oh.
today?
Hi,
I'm good.
Marie.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. I hate technology. I really do.
It's been our best friend today. I don't know if you've been watching along, but it really loves us. So
And Rob is supposed to be coming on, so I'm hoping he's not having trouble too, but
that's my
I'm
guess,
here.
is what might be happening.
Yeah. But this has been fabulous. It really has. Wow.
Oh, thank you so much. It's
Well,
been
thank
so much
you.
fun.
Thank you.
You guys put a lot of work into this.
A little bit.
Yep, a little bit.
The nudes have been keeping us going.
There you go.
I gotta find some of that.
You want to kick it off there, Tony?
Yes, Marie, it is so good to see you and talk to you again. You and I are very well met, as you already know that.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and dig in. Tell us how graduation afternoon first began. What was the beginning process of getting the dollar baby?
You know what? I'm going to totally blame Nicole Jones Dion, who I know you screened her in the death room last night.
Yeah.
She's a friend of mine, and I saw her post about what she was doing, and I thought, oh my God, that's so cool. And I messaged her on Facebook, and she messaged me back, Marie, you should try to do one. So I contacted a friend, a mutual friend of Rob's and myself, Luke Pensabene, who is a producer here in the San Diego independent film community. And I said, what do you think? You think we could do this? And literally 2 days later, we had the entire crew.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I think I need to write a script now. And I kind of knew that I wanted to do graduation afternoon because I thought it was going to be one of the stories less people picked because it's only 7 pages and most of it is goes on in the mind of the character. It's really, really not a fully developed, oh, we can easily make this into a film kind of story. But I like the fact that it was very contained to sort of one setting. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I talked to Rob and I had never met before this, and Luke said, hey, I know somebody who'd be a great director. Put me in touch with Rob, and it's like the rest was history. But we read all the stories, and we really had kind of narrowed it down to 3 or 4. And we just felt like this one was a real challenge because we
Mm-hmm.
really got to adapt the heck out of this thing. There wasn't a whole lot for work, so we had such a good time. I had to construct a lot of extra story around what Mr. King wrote. So yeah, it was like of all the stories, it had the least amount of elements that you could work with. But it just came together from there. The casting, everything. It was almost too good to be true. It was also, Rob just messaged and said, don't know why I can't enter. So he's trying to get in. It was such a labor of love, though. And I'm proud to say that the very same team that worked on this in terms of the crew were all getting ready to do other things together. There was such a great bonding and family that came out of it.
Great. You mentioned one setting. The home in this film is beautiful. Where was that filmed? Whose house is it? Is it your house?
Okay.
Where was this filmed?
It was, excuse me, it was filmed in Rancho Bernardo down here in San Diego County in California. And the house belongs to the parents of the lead actor, George. So his parents were gracious enough to let us. We had a very, very long initial weekend shoot, 16-hour days. And I mean, we're talking, this is a really beautiful home with lots of beautiful art and things. And I was a little nervous because it was really my film in terms of I'm the one that instigated these shenanigans. And, we had a lot of extras and stuff. And it was like, oh gosh, I hope we leave this house in as good a shape as we found. They were so accommodating that George's mom made food for the crew and the
Oh.
cast, and we would get there early in the morning. She'd have coffee and like these delicious breakfast things that she made, and they really were wonderful. And the Vuhos, and I thank them so much. Um, and so we filmed that initial week, and then we had to go back and do some pickups and stuff like that. And they were super accommodating, and it just I just feel like they're family, and I miss them. I
Yeah.
told George the other day because we're working film. I said I miss your mom. Yeah, they were wonderful. They were wonderful. But Rancho Bernardo the house was perfect. Big house, way up on a hill with that incredible view. I mean, that is their view. That we were able to incorporate, that final sort of shock to the system scene. But we got so lucky that we had that location.
That's a beautiful location.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the cast for a minute. One of our viewers said that the actress who played the mom looked very familiar. Has she been in other films or projects? And also explains the casting process.
Um, Diane, oh, and I completely just blanked on her last name. Diane, don't kill me. She's been in a lot of short films, especially here in San Diego, and I loved her look. She had that total kind of snooty mom thing going on, which she's like the sweetest human being on the planet, but she nailed it. The casting, because okay, so this was the second short film I ever worked on. The first one, I didn't get to be on set. I had they were filming it up in LA, and I wasn't able to get up there because of a personal thing. So it was sort of like I had to help make that one from afar. This is my like virgin episode of being on a film set, and I mean I was literally involved in the whole process from day one. So the casting was really fun. We got to watch a lot of audition tapes. Um, the producers there was myself and another four other producers, and it's funny because intuitively we all kind of honed in on the same people, and then it
Hmm.
was a matter of can we get them all on the same weekend? Obviously, as any film person will tell you, that's the hardest part. And we got really lucky. And at first, there were a couple of characters that we had sort of swapped who we had cast.
Hmm.
And at the table reading and, in other ways, we organically saw who was best for each role. And it
Hmm.
just worked out perfectly. I can't even look at that film now and imagine any of the other people that we were looking at. And I
Yeah.
think that's perfect casting. It's so important.
That's
So,
great.
Marie, I'm assuming that you have watched all weekend, or at least some of it, because your praises have been pretty high for us. I want to know, have you heard about the haikus that have been going around for each film from Derry Public Radio?
No.
What? Oh, there's Rob.
There's Rob. Hi, Rob.
We've got a
Rob, we
couple
were
of
just
minutes for
Rob.
you to say hi. I was just about to read your haiku from Derry Public Radio. I don't know if you
Oh,
know that
this
they've
is so
written one for
cool.
every single film this weekend, and they're also going to be our guests like right after this in our exclusive interview. So,
Oh,
a
that's great.
lifetime milestone makes you consider what's next, but a cloud decides. We give graduation afternoon 5 out of 5 blue chambray shirts. So real quick, Tony, I would say ask Rob a couple questions and then we got a jet.
Yes. Take over,
Okay,
Rob.
I'll make as quick as I can. Rob, good to see you. Now, one of our viewers went nuts online when you, in the film, they mentioned Captain Trips. And as we all know, King has different levels of his universe. So how does this connect to Captain Trips, The Stand? Is this a prequel, a lead-in? Tell us how that's connected.
Oh
Can
no,
you
we
hear
can't
me?
hear his sound. Turn your microphone
Through
on.
mine or Rob's?
Rob's.
Oh.
Rob,
Technology is not our
microphone.
friend today.
Oh,
We can
Oh
see
no.
We
you.
can't hear you. Oh,
You want me to answer it? Because I know.
I feel
you
so
know?
bad.
Okay, yeah, he
But
pointed
we
to
can
you.
see your
Yeah,
awesome face. Sorry.
yeah.
Oh. And we threw a lot of little Easter eggs in there. There's one scene too where the book that the short story was in, Just After Sunset, is on a desk table in the room, and we had to get the Captain Trips reference in there with all the new stuff that was going on, just to kind of imply, I mean, our hope was that Mr. King would watch and just get the biggest kick out, the biggest chuckle out of that. Oh, they mentioned Captain
Yeah,
Trips, so we really had a lot of fun. Like, where could we put little Easter eggs in that people, obviously King fans would love.
right. Does his mic work yet or no?
No,
Rob,
I think he's just given up and just we're gonna just look at his face,
oh,
Okay.
which is better than nothing. And I feel super bad that like it's been a shit
um,
show to try and get in with us.
let me just tell you
um,
guys that guy right there, Rob. I mean, this is all, I am in awe of the hard work and dedication and devotion to detail that guy has. And he's intimidating as hell. Watching him in action, but he's the coolest, nicest guy in the world. And he busted his butt to make this film. I think it looks really professional. The acting, everything. I take no credit for that. I mean, I wrote the script, but Rob helped me. He took me under his wing, but mostly I sat and tried to stay out of the way of the camera and just sort of watch with my jaw on the floor, like, oh my God, this is hard work. This guy is busting his butt. And I think it shows on the screen.
That's fantastic. What a nice. I mean, if he
yeah.
can't talk for himself, that's like the nicest thing that you could
There you go. There
absolutely
you go.
say.
Little love to Rob. There you go.
Yay!
We really
So
yeah, we became a family, and we're all like working together, helping each other, consulting on each other's projects, and hopefully we're all getting ready, not the cast necessarily, but the crew, to do something together. Because I mean, I got totally addicted to not just the process, but these people. And it really
absolutely.
was like breaking up with a boyfriend or something. It's like, oh my God, we're done. We can't be done. No. But yeah, he was
The
awesome, and I wish I could hear his voice. But Rob totally, could not have done any of this without him, and without Luke Pensabene. He's like the guy that oversees and yells at everybody, like the Marines drill person, to keep us all in line, and we all needed that.
Every
So
project needs that. Well,
yeah,
unfortunately, we are at time. I apologize, Rob. We love your film. So sorry that it's
yes.
hard to get in, and you're basically a mute for this. Marie, it was really, really great to have you here with us. You guys have a fantastic time, and keep in touch with us.
we will. We'll let you know what we're doing next.
Awesome.
Take care.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Marie. It's good seeing you.
You too. Bye bye.